Okay, friends, welcome back to the channel. I have a weak spot for Commodores, as you know, especially for this guy. It's a gold label VIC-20 early model. Oh man, these are admittedly not great computers. 4 kilobytes RAM. It's not much you can do with these. I mean, other than just adore them, as I do. This one, unfortunately, is sick. Power supply tests good. Power light comes off, but it's faint. Black screen and some buzzing. Oh boy. Oh boy. If only we knew someone who could repair these. Wait, I think I may know someone. Alright, so yeah, I guess first things first. Let's open power. Gone. Let's open her up. 1, 2, 3. Here we are. And I hooked up the scope already. At least wouldn't be a Retro Bike Master episode if something didn't fall to the ground. Okay, so yeah, let me this this VIC-20, like I said, is the immediate predecessor to the Commodore. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chips are socketed and the VIC 304708 board. Let's check some voltage rails real quick. Power on. Yep, there's the buzzing. Oh man, I need to like mute that. 5 volts. Yeah, we got 5 volts, all right. Oh, nothing, huh? What's going on here? That's weird. Okay. So we have a power supply problem. Let's check the clock real quick on the CPU. It's coming out of reset. Signal is high. Can you all see that on the scope? No, you cannot. Let me turn you guys around. That's a little better now, isn't it? Okay, so one more time. Here's the scope. Oh, what? We have a sound now. It's producing a sound. That's interesting. What happens if I power cycle it now? Oh, now we get a white screen. Weird. What's going on? Is this CPU maybe somehow unhappy? Let's see. Ground has some ringing. Reset is active low, so it's coming out of reset. Yeah, it's coming out of reset. But now we don't have. After reset, I got a diagnostic cartridge in here, which is why it's black. Let me see here. Pin 2 is the ready signal. I have no idea what it does. It's high. Okay. Pin 3 is phi 1 out. So it's outputting a clock, a 1 megahertz clock. 39 is phi 2 out. It's producing that too. 38 is SO, no idea what that means. And 37 is phi in. And yeah, of course, we have a nice clock coming in. Undershoots a little bit, but oh well. Well, how about a random address line? Oh, and they're high. All the address lines are high? That's bizarre. No, I know that on these VIC-20s, the VICs are less likely to fail than on a Commodore 64, but they like to have problems with their ROMs. Thankfully, they're all socketed, and just now realizing how clean this computer is. Let me just double check, make sure the problem isn't my cartridge here. Out. Yup, made this cartridge ones, which I have a couple of those available if you need one. Let me know. And some other games on the other side. Nope, even without the cartridge, still the same. Okay, so is it the CPU? I happen to have another one over here. Okay, let's pop in the CPU. This is known. Okay, CPU 1, 2, 3. Well, that's not it. We have the same symptom. Okay. Well, now I have to familiarize myself with the schematics for the VIC-20 because I'm not as familiar with those as I am with the C64. So let me go look for some schematics real quick. Okay, so we know that we apparently get a carrier or like a sync signal from the VIC, so it can't be entirely dead. Pin 2 and 3 produce the video output. Yep. Let's see what happens. What the heck? Why do you work now? Look at that. Suddenly it works. Was there just dirt in the socket? Oh, how annoying. What? I can't believe it. Like, I hate when that happens. Like, now I understand why Adrian from Adrian's Digital Basement gets all flustered when, like, there's a mystery bug. And yeah, look at that. Now the sucker works. RAM is good. Color RAM is good. Kernels, character, and basic ROMs are good. How about this? Zero page is good. Stack page is good. But even the game works just fine. Every single key works. Great. Well, I guess I'm just gonna clean this up and then okay, so we spoke too soon. We have an issue after all, because now if I turn this computer back on, we see absolutely nothing, and now I can do what I was hoping to do earlier. There we go. There's our clock signal again. Clock in. Clock number 1 out. That looks weird. Okay. Any activity, but no activity on the address lines whatsoever. And feeling around the chips here a little bit. They're getting a little warm. Kernel ROM here gets really warm. I mean, not burning hot, but definitely a little warm, a little on the warm side. And this is a known issue with the VICs. So we know that they are that their ROMs, they like to get hot and then eventually just die. Let's take this guy out and see what it does now. Do I have a VIC-20 kernel ROM? In the meantime, I'm just going to let this thing run for a little while, just in case the issue is with heat, that when the part heats up, it behaves better. I'll be darned. I actually have one of them. Plug them in real quick, shall we? This one doesn't seem to be it. How about the character one? Let's see if we can pop this guy here in and actually work. And there, would you look at that? Let's just try one of these games and see what it does. Galaxian. Nice. Press F1 for options. Don't have the thing installed. Galaxian, please. And now it's not working anymore. What is going on? What is going on, friends? Why is it not working anymore? It just worked. Turn it off. Plug the keyboard in. And that's it. Now it works. Yeah, and now it's not working anymore. So weird. So, there we go. It's producing a sync signal. And here's a color sync signal with color burst. A little worried that this means We have a dead VIC. There. Okay. One more time. Oh. Yeah, here we can see this thing has been running for over 16 hours at this point. Well, almost 16 hours. And 1,200 cycles through the test. This computer is working perfectly. Yeah, there was absolutely nothing wrong with it except maybe some corrosion on the sockets. I removed every chip and I tested each individual chip in another computer off camera. And added some heat sinks here because they like to get a little warm. But I would say after 16 hours, this computer is as warm as it'll get. And it works a treat. So yeah, didn't need any repair at all. If you need anything repaired though, call your boy RetroByteMeister at retrobytemeister.com, where you can find this baby for sale real soon. Thanks for watching.